Good morning, everybody. My name is Platinum Aurora, as you've known from my channel. But today is a different stream. It's an IRL stream, uh, where I give you hints, a few snippets of who I am in reality. So, my name is Kyle Victor Bick. Full name is Victor Kyle Lionel Lanos Bick. Um, I'm 30 years old. Next month, September, will make me 31. I was born on the island of the Commonwealth of Dominica because when I say Dominica, people think the Dominican Republic, but if I don't say the Commonwealth of Dominica, nobody will actually know where I'm from. So if I say the Commonwealth of Dominica, they'll know. So I'm from there, grew up there, born there, and my life has been up like a roller coaster, always going up to the highest heights and always going down. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. I was born on September 4th, 1995. Now, if you're picturing a picturesque morning or afternoon um, or evening, then you're wrong. See, that day, Hurricane Lewis made landfall and was blowing. I don't know if it was a category 1 or category 2 or 3. I forgot what my mother told me the news ago. But at that time, storm was hitting, and my father was driving a bus at the time, still driving bus to this day, took my mother to the hospital. Now, the hospital we have today is called the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. But before that, the name of the hospital was called the Princess Margaret Hospital. And at that time, it was not in good shape because it'd been hit by Hurricane David centuries back. But my father took my mother to hospital, and she had to hold coxsackie trees to avoid, well, being blown away. Now, coxsackie trees are like the smaller version of a coconut tree, and the coconut it does mostly fall off its red. It looks like an acorn, but it's not really that. But it's just a smaller version of a coconut tree. So my mother had to hold that in order to get to the hospital. And once she was admitted, my father, the douchebag, decided, oh yeah, let me leave my wife Sorry about that. Something I saw on my bed. Okay, sorry about that. He literally thought, yeah, let me leave my wife, the big douchebag, and drive 27 miles from Goodwill because the city of Dominica is called Roseau, which was not too far, just downhill across the bridge. But he decided to leave Goodwill and travel 27 miles from that location, that hospital, to Portsmouth, I think where he and my mother lived at the time, to go and look after his mother. Because where his mother lived, if the sea get rough, climb over the shore, over the road, it could flood her place. I can understand that. But your wife is giving birth to your first born child, and you decide, yeah, let me leave. The ward they put my mother in was, it wasn't really good because it was leaking, and there was a lady in there that had TB, tuberculosis, and luckily she was segregated. According to my mother, you can actually hear the coughing of someone with tuberculosis. You can actually distinguish the tuberculosis cough. So my mother gave birth to me there, and with all the chaos happening outside, they took this large piece of plastic. It has the same texture as those plastic shower curtains, the see through, and just put it over me and my mother and wheeled her out. Now, the only way to get to the next ward is to go out, not through the hallway where you come in, but there's a back porch. So the rain was coming to there, and the rain was just hitting the plastic, and my mother was just underneath there too. And we go to the new ward. Once there, everything just went okay from there. My father said before my mother can give me a name, because my mother's going to name me Malcolm, but my father decided, yeah, let me give my first son his name, which I do not agree with. So with that, my sisters were born that after years after. My second sister, she's 2 years younger than me, and my other sister, she's 8 years younger than me. I can't remember my year, but anyway. So my life, well, because majority of my family members were female, um, my mother didn't have anything because they made a mistake. They said I was a girl, so my mother had to buy pink stuff, and I was wearing pink stuff half of my infanthood. So imagine people keep saying beautiful girl, and my mother telling them no, that's a boy. Why are you wearing good clothes? That ain't in your business. Ain't you wait. But my life, according to my mother, has not been a bed of roses because people were jealous of not only me but my sisters were very envious because they have. My mother said she heard from heaven that her three children is going to do something great in the future, and what we are today is what my mother foresaw and perceived. And a lot of people that, according to her, didn't want that. So they've been trying to um, literally end our lives even before we was born. So, with all that being said, my sisters and I, we have unique abilities. Outside of my youngest sister, she has a body any man would want, or any man would look at for hours. Because what my mother put down in weight, my sister picks it up. Many people who don't have that kind of physique, they will do anything to destroy my sister's life. My other sister, she has her own nail business because what she does is take colored chalk, especially with the white ones, using her nail drill and turn them into powder. And I don't know what she does this to turn them into acrylic powder, but it works. As for me, I'm intelligent, multi talented, good memory, and to be honest, um, that anybody could like me. I'm like one big cartoon out of a TV. I can't remember which station I came from. But again, a lot of people didn't like this. They didn't like the fact that my mother's children would be great. And this is why my mother always told us when you go to school, never borrow people's stuff. You don't know what people put on it. So with all that happening, our life went smoothly. My sister and I had our differences. I was demonically possessed twice, once on each of those 2 nights. Got myself into something I didn't know. Still haunted by it, yes. But my life has been going well. It's been going very well. And yes, there's some hiccups, but people just don't know when to not let envy control them, especially when it comes to them realizing that this person is better than me, this person is this, and this person is that, which is kind of stupid. Now, something else that really bothers me is the fact that I literally survived a third hurricane because my second hurricane that I experienced was Hurricane Dina Category 3. Then the next storm was a tropical storm, but her name was Erica. She brought rain. Then later she had wind. But then was Hurricane Maria. Now, fun fact, I'm a hurricane born child. Like I said, I was born during a hurricane. And from that day on, I just love hurricanes. I just love it. The hurricane season is my favorite hurricane. If not one storm decide, yeah, I'm going to hit this place, I'm pissed. You might be wondering why would I like hurricane season, but why would you like Halloween, Christmas? Admirable though it may be, I lost everything during Hurricane Maria. Majority of my drawings on paper. Every piece of paper I've had was lost. From my most epic drawings and comics to my first furry drawing, all of it is just gone. I'm trying to bounce back, but there's a lot of things that have been happening. I When it comes to jobs, I've been struggling to get work. Well, I have a job now, but because of who I am, being someone of great potential, people often tend to use that to destroy me because they don't like the fact that, oh, Kyle is something greater than them. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. I'm just saying this is just who I am. I'm just naturally gifted. My first job, I can't remember where, but a lot of the coworkers they didn't like the fact that I was special in a way. They didn't like it. Everything about me, they noticed and felt. It's like you have the spotlight, and they lost it. They had it, but the moment you walk in, speak, and show off your abilities, they don't like you afterwards. They've been plotted against me, get me fired, which is successfully done. I used to work at a job packing shelves in a business named Astafans in Dominica. And from the manager all the way down to my supervisor, they didn't like me because they couldn't break me. Before that, I used to work at a gas station and I was also a cashier there. So one shift I was got working at the pump, and the other shift I was working at the cash register. So I have been looking for a job that sticks. Before Hurricane Maria, I got a job as an intern because I was doing a special class. I was packing shelves at this place called IGA or HHB, which is in Dominica, and a lot of the staff liked me. They liked me because I was different, spot on, and pretty much honest. I didn't like it. They didn't. So after 2 weeks of working and my first pay on my third week, because the day that second week I got a cold, and they will call it 3 more years because they believe you only have 3 years to live, which is stupid. I don't know why people make up this kind of stuff. And they and my mother was angry, thinking I didn't want to work, but that wasn't true. But when she heard it was true, she apologized to me. But during that time, when I came back to work, human resource called me upstairs and is asking me if asked me to sit down. So I'm wondering, okay. So I think if I can go back to work and we talk about it, they say no, just sit there. They still allow me to go to lunch. Suddenly they gave me this paper saying my contract was terminated. Now according to them, they don't know why it was terminated and was doing so well. So yeah, my contract was terminated and I was fired with no probable cause into why. And when I got the job by We Church, everybody liked me. And the moment I started working as an intern, everybody noticed I was very attentive and a quick learner. So they opted to keep me. But when Orchid Maria passed, somebody went and said that I quit the job to go back to school, which is not true at all, causing me to not be able to work. And from the time being, I was working in my mother's supermarket at the time. Until when it closed down, I decided let me move out of my mother's place and go and live on my own. I got my first apartment, but where I am now is my third. First one too expensive. The second one, the landlord didn't want to fix anything. This one expensive, but it will do because my mom's putting half helping me pay the rent. But where I'm working now, September coming, which is my birthday, will make it 2 years. To make it 2 years, I'll be working at my current job now. The pay is good. It's hard. They changed my schedule, so I'm mostly with it. But I'm also on vacation now. 3 weeks. My vacation started yesterday, so I'm on vacation. So I don't have to report to work for 15 days. Saturday I have to go back to work. Friday is my last day. So and I still get paid. But my life was never good, even if it appeared to be. When it comes to relationships, I've been trying to get into relationships, close local relationships wasn't working, so I tried long distance relationships, and all just keep ending the same way. Everyone just seemed to break up with me because I lived too far, it was too costly. And the thing that hurts me the most is the fact that I once believed a relationship and love was always about the heart and someone's values. But I guess I was fooled. It wasn't about that. It was something else. It was about lust, greed, and location. And as that person is close by, they're perfect. So every time I match up with somebody, they always have to, it doesn't last a year or longer, it just lasts a few months. And I just don't know how to fathom it at all. My last relationship ended because, like every other, it was always role play to them. And I'm asking myself, what did I do to deserve this? What did I do? What did I say? No matter what I do in my life, to at least show people I'm different, it's always different for them. And it bothers me. And I myself try my best to not let it bother me. I've also been trying to get to the US the right way, but because you know who is in office, it's impossible. And people just want him gone. You know, I wish I could just tell those I've made angry or those who I could not help or could not be there for. I'm very sorry I couldn't. I've tried my very best. Now, what can I do? Just waiting for a response from a friend. Oh yes, tomorrow morning I'll be streaming Bleach Soul Resonance. So if you want to see this, join me tomorrow morning, somewhere around 4 a.m. if you want to see it. Oh boy. Now, when it comes to my channel, the only games I can stream is from my phone. Majority of the games are on my laptop. Hi, KOT, huh? Hi there, how you doing? Sorry to join late. The stream is almost finished, but I'm glad you joined. But just given how my life has been up and down in life, people jealous of me and my sisters, especially me. So they decide to just, yeah, let us end this person's life. Anyway, I'm going to end this stream now. Thank you guys for joining. I'll be streaming tomorrow morning around 4, Bleach Soul Resonance. I don't know what else I'll be doing afterwards, but I'll keep all you updated on my channel. So thank you guys for joining this IRL stream. It's my first. I'm sorry it was short, but next time I'll better plan it. But I'll thank you all for coming.